Weighing in on those mysterious drones popping up across New Jersey and parts of New York City. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the drones are not foreign, but federal investigators are taking a look at these drones. Officials in both states are calling for more action. CBS News New York reporter Nick Calloway has more on these very strange sightings.
We're over Lake Hopatcong, and we've got a drone flying over.
Residents are still spotting those hovering objects circling the skies up and down the state of New Jersey.
And another one over here.
State and federal officials insist there is no known threat to the public at this time. While the FBI investigates, Governor Phil Murphy says the drones are hard to track.
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark.
Many in the Garden State are getting frustrated with the lack of communication to the people who live here. Congressman Josh Gottheimer, a Democrat, is asking the FBI to brief the public on the drone activity.
There's been not enough information disclosed to the public from federal law enforcement officials.
Ryan Hurd, Republican mayor of Pequannock, is frustrated by the lack of information from the governor.
And I want to know what's going on. Are my residents in danger? Is it something that we have to be worried about?
Republican State Senator John Bramnick says the governor should issue a limited state of emergency banning all drones until the public gets an explanation.
At this point, shut it all down until we get information.
I'm told the New Jersey State Police and the state's Office of Homeland Security will give a drone briefing on Wednesday to give more information to mayors and local elected officials. That meeting will be closed to the public and to reporters. In Pequannock Township, New Jersey, Nick Calloway, CBS News, New York.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, we give all praises and glory and honor.
This is Dom.
Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will be edifying. Going into the will of the will. As we know, the Esau, these Edomites, have been relatively shook because of these so-called drones that's been flying over their airspace, popping up at FBI agents' homes. Like you got this TV anchor woman here, basically was stating that it was kind of ominous and kind of creepy or unnerving that she seen one of these so-called drones over her home, which I believe that they're using the drones as a ploy to cover up what's really going on, because news came out that Iran was the one that was sending these drones through some type of mothership that was docked off in the coast or out in the ocean. And they was talking about how Iran is responsible for this. But my thing is, if Iran was responsible for sending drones over your cities and your government buildings and your nuclear silos, then why didn't you just shoot them down already? Okay, see, that's Esau Edom playing he's trying to play this Trump card to make it seem like he's giving the people the right narrative. But reality of it is they're scared. And they're using this whole drone narrative as a cover-up as to what's really going on, okay? Because they're gaslighting people, okay? This can be one of several things, which we know the Heavenly Father is behind all things, but this can definitely be the angels of the Lord, okay? The chariots, which, I highly speculate that is that. With some realm of functioning that will be the chariots. Second of all, it could be Esau Edom trying to desensitize people into vehicles flying over airspace. So therefore, when people are seeing these particular vehicles, they can write them off as being drones when technically they are chariots. Or 3, he's getting ready to stage some type of fake UFO alien invasion. Okay, as far-fetched as that may sound, Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible talks about. And ain't nothing off the table with this dude, man. Okay, but either way it go, it could be a psyop. It could be a psyop. It can be a gaslighting method, or overall, he's getting ready to do something. And then this can very well be the chariots of the Heavenly Father, man, because I'm going to play Redacted. They went into a video and it showed, and this guy, Clayton Morris, was going into a will within the will, which that's the book of Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, which is describing of what you call a so-called UFO or a ship or a chariot, man. Okay, that the angels are, that they come from the 4th dimension. Okay, the scriptures clearly goes into what these vehicles are, all right? But like Esau Edom, he's storing many different narratives up into one plausible cause. Because let's just say if it isn't the chariots of the Heavenly Father, which I believe and highly speculate that in some cases they are, and then in some cases I feel like Esau is spreading his propaganda. Okay, but let's just say if this isn't the chariots of the Heavenly Father, eventually they gonna pop up on him anyway, and he knows about the chariots, man. You know, Esau has been declassifying this information, you know, gaslighting the people since 2021. But even before then, we've been seeing chariots all throughout the coast of Babylon, man, all right? So we know that they're very well possible, okay? So I'm going to play this video real quick, and then I'm going to get to the redacted video, and we're going to get a couple of precepts, and we'll end it because I've done a couple of videos on this topic, but this is an ongoing thing, okay? People are kind of getting a little worried. They're getting a little on edge, and if you look at these congressmen and these lawmakers, they not looking to they don't look too keen, you know, on letting people know what it is. And you can see a sudden sense of dread in these Edomites, and good for them. You know why? Because hey, in their spirit, they know that it's time for their ass to be, it's time for them to be put in captivity. Okay, 2025 may be the year and all hell break loose, Lord's will. All right, so I'm gonna play a couple of minutes of this video, and we'll take it from there.
Imagine never running out of water again. This DIY solution pulls up to 50 gallons of fresh...
Something in preparation, likely for something against the United States. And we are not getting answers, which is very concerning, especially for all the people in the New Jersey area and along the East Coast. No longer just New Jersey, but all along the East Coast, we're hearing they're saying, we want answers. We at least just want to know what is going on. The U.S. right now, the FBI, the Homeland Security saying they have no answers for us. As you heard, Karine Jean-Pierre.
And that's a damn lie because, you know, first of all, they have intelligence on everything else. So if these were drones from Iran, which I highly doubt it, because he mentioned that they was coming off like a mothership and they were coming out of the ocean. And when they mentioned that it came out of the ocean, then it's a common fact that ships have been seen dipping and dabbing out of water. All right. Like it was a video I saw back in 2014 of this ship. It came out of the water and then it shot across the it literally was inside the waters, and then it shot up and then it took off, and one of Esau's military planes was chasing it, and it took up out of the water and it just took off across the skies, and Esau, he couldn't catch it. You know, it's like a game of cat and mouse because they're really playing with Esau has, man. So the Lord gives them the ability to really do what they have, or give them the go ahead to do what they have to do. So all this whole talks of drones in Iran, that's all bullshit, man. I don't believe that for 1 second, because if it was enemy drones, you would have been shot it down, all right? And they're talking about that these drones are the size of minivans. Ain't no way in hell a drone size, a minivan size drone that's flying over FBI agents' homes and scaring the shit out of people, and people trying to wonder what they are, and you ain't shoot them down yet. Unless that's Esau Edom playing games with the people to get them on edge, all right, to stage some type of false emergency. But either way it go, you know, it is what it is. The Lord is getting ready to open up and bring judgment on this place, man, all right? So stay tuned.
Hear the White House press secretary say in that video footage. But now let's take a look at a little bit more to get some more information as to what is coming out here. Take a look at this video clip.
My parents had no mortgage, so they thought they needed no insurance.
We could have never.
Jersey Republican Congressman Chris Smith, his constituents have been reporting drone activity over recent days. It's been happening over several weeks. Congressman, good to have you with us. The White House not ruling out anything, not giving us any answers. Neither did this hearing that we just heard some questions in. What is going on here, and when can people expect to get some answers from our leaders?
They should have had them immediately. Last night I was on the beach with Sheriff Mastronardi, and he's doing a magnificent job in trying to ascertain a threat for this. He's the Ocean County Sheriff. Sean Golden's doing the same thing in Monmouth County. So I was there on the beach, and I talked to several people, including a commander for the Coast Guard, who told me that the night before, I was there last night, so 2 nights ago, one of their 47-foot vessels, boats, was trailed very closely by more than a dozen of these drones. Now that, to me, is very, very...
And see, that's the cover-up right there. They keep calling them drones. But just not too long ago, when the Pentagon declassified these information, they stated that they were ships or some type of UFO, you know, and they've had different sightings of these chariots to the point that even when pilots see these or commercial pilots see these ships, they're told to not even report on them anymore because they seen it so frequently. Okay, it was a point in time when they were seeing them sporadically that they had to kind of write a report or give some type of account as to what they saw and to describe it to the best of their ability and the behaviors of the ships. But they've seen them frequently, so they were like, to the point, you saw, like, don't even tell us. We know they out there. You see what I'm saying? And so they it's the whole drone, that's just a false narrative. They're not, whether they're drones that they're showing you in the video, in some cases those are not. Okay, and like I said, man, Esau Edom is gaslighting people because he don't want to admit that his time is up, man, all right?
Very not just suspicious, provocative, and this could be a foreign power, whether it be Putin or whether it be Xi Jinping in China or the Middle East. We can't rule any of that out.
Yeah, this is...
See, they always want to blame somebody for the bullshit that they got going on. When in fact, I don't believe Iran got nothing to do with it. Because like I said, the type of disdain they have for the nation of Iran, they would have been shot them down already. All right? You have the means to investigate anything else. You mean to tell me that you can't see or you don't know where these drones are being manned from? Or that's just what you're telling the people? And people ain't buying it no more, man. People are like, wait a minute, you got all this technology, you have all these resources, all this money to figure out you could figure out how fucking chimpanzees can mutate and become something else, but you can't find out who's flying a fucking drone? Nah, bro, people ain't buying the BS no more. All right, this man is scared. He's scared, he's on the ropes. You know, so he's really getting ready to make his move with this New World Order because now, shit, the Lord is like, look, do what you got to do, man. You know?
Incredible. So a United States Coast Guard boat testified to you that 12 drones were following it in the water in the Atlantic Ocean. Did they tell you anything about the size, what they look like? Were they able to get images? How close were they?
You know, they were pretty large and they weren't far off. The stern. So it's very, very troubling. I called the Joint Base and talked to the commanding officer there and asked, we know we have the capability within DOD to ascertain where it's coming from, even bring it down, and they have it, but they don't have the, quote, authority to do it.
What, from who? See, this is the question, Congressman. So when you're out over the ocean and you have 12 of them out there, I think, you know, it's a very reasonable question. Why weren't one of those drones trailing the Coast Guard ship shot down over the ocean and grabbed and checked out?
Well, again, the capability to do that in a way that could retrieve what it is and who's doing it, it resides within the DOD. They have it. I've asked the commanding officer to get that authority. I've written Lloyd Austin to ask him to give that authority. I mean, this could be the beginning of something, or it could be nothing. Who knows? But how dare they allow us to live? I just listened to the White House spokeswoman.
Say nothing.
They got nothing to tell us.
Unbelievable.
And we have the capability. You know, and the night before, I was there last night till late. The night before, one of our police officers, again working for Sheriff Mastronardi, chronicled 50 coming from the ocean onto land. 50. I mean, this is really serious stuff.
It's insane. It's like a sci-fi movie, and it could be a hoax, but it's so.
Yeah, and these people are fucking actors, but deep down inside, they want to be all dramatized shit, but they're afraid, man. All right, they're highly afraid. As they mentioned, they stated that they seen 50 of these things. And when you notice when they have the little footages, and when you look at the videos and the thumbnails, they'll say drones in the title, but they'll have a picture of a UFO or a chariot. So that shows you that they're hinting to what they believe that it is because they can't identify it. You know, that's why we tell you, man, that you...
large, the number of them.
There's probably a ship that
it's a foreign entity. It's something that the U.S. knows and understands, or it's some kind of massive hoax with lots of people involved. But whatever it is, we absolutely have to know. So, this lack of answers is absolutely
Martha, there's
really
no way
upsetting.
it's a hoax. We have foreign powers, especially China, Putin, Russia,
Absolutely.
and
We
Middle
already,
East.
you know, we watched the balloon go across and didn't shoot it down
Exactly.
until it was well out over the ocean. So let's hope we can get it right this time. It's already very late in that process. Unbelievable. I had one, you know, go over my house, and it's a strange feeling. So
Well, we'll let you know what we hear from DOD because they
please do.
You heard the bitch that said, she said a strange feeling. Well, you ain't seen strange yet. Okay, wait till the Lord gives his angels charge to start fucking you devils up. Then we're gonna talk about how strange it is, man. And you know, and I'm very, very very excited in the spirit for what the year 2025 may bring and entail. So I got another video, but I'll play that towards the end of this video. Let me get a couple of precepts real quick. Because there's a lot of shit going on right now, like China and America. Basically, China is not trading minerals here, or particular minerals, like certain elements to over here to America or Babylon anymore, which, you know, deal with nuclear technology, weaponry, cell phones, you know, all types of shit. They're withholding particular products or particular they're withholding matter of fact, let's just do it here. My brain ain't working right now. I can't seem to get my fucking thoughts out. But it says, yep, China's ban on key high-tech materials could have broad impact on industries and economy. Okay, it says China has banned exports of key materials used to make a wide range of products, including smartphones, electric vehicles, radar systems, CT scanners, swiping back at Washington after expanding exports control to introduce or include dozens of Chinese companies that make equipment used to produce advanced computer chips. So they're basically withholding that from Babylon now, right? Which is going to furtherly plunge this economy into oblivion. So it's a lot of things that's going on the horizon right now. And Esau Edom, like I said, he's on the ropes. And Yahweh Shemihah Shai is this, hey man, things are moving to say the least. All right. So this is the book of Ezekiel, the first chapter. And this is in tandem with the video that I'm playing with Redacted, because they actually shows you something that looked like a wheel within the wheel. And Clayton was kind of bugging out. He said, you had pictures and drawings of this from the 1600s of wheels within wheels, was the chariots, the vehicles, man. All right, but this is the book of Ezekiel, the first chapter, and I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was come among the captives by the river of Chabar, and the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of the power. And in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jonathan's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, and the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chabar, and the hand of Yahweh there was upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, and out of the midst of the fire. So what Ezekiel is seeing is what they would consider a UFO or a ship, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Ezekiel will. All right. Now, this is the illustration that they give us, because, you know, Esau is being stupid, but common sense would tell you, okay, he was looking at a spaceship or a ship, or what Esau calls UFO. All right, so let's do this. Okay. A wheel within the wheel. Let's look up chariots of the gods, or chariots of God. Let's see what it tells us. Oh, got one. Even though this is off with the white depiction, but it still looks like so-called UFOs. But of course, they make it seem like it's horse and buggy, but no, that's not what it is. UFOs. UFOs in the ocean. It says, video shows white orb coming out of ocean of Kuwait coast. Major hearing at U.S. Senate. Yeah, so these devils are going, they're getting, these devils are, they're running down the ropes. And the reason it says, and out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. It says they had the likeness of a man, all right, meaning that the angels can come in the form of men. All right, they could come in the form of men. So that tells you that these are live and well beings driving these ships, man. You had guys a while ago that was scoffing at the fact of angels were driving these ships. They're like, well, why does God need to have a ship to do what he got to do? Because the Most High can do what the hell he wants to do. That's why. You know, the Lord wants to make this movie exciting, all right? And our power, he's infinite in wisdom and understanding. The Lord is of power of many great works and miracles. All right. But it says, and out of the midst of that came the 4 likeness. It says, and out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance, and they had the likeness of a man, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole unto a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, which means that they were appearing to be men of color. All right. It says, and they had the hands of a man under their wings and on the 4 sides. And they had, it says, and they forehead their faces and their wings. And their wings would join one to another. And they turned not where they went. And they went it says, and they went everyone straight forward. Okay. Because these ships are able to do 90-degree turns with the width of a second. Okay. It's not like a typical car when you have to slow down, hit the brakes in a 3rd dimensional sense. Or if you in a damn minivan and you try to hit a corner doing 90 miles an hour, you'll flip over, man, because the car is not designed to do that. But chariots, they're not operating on the frequencies of this 3rd dimensional world. Okay, they don't have to slow down or come to a complete halt to bust a U-turn. They can just do it as they go because these are spiritual matter. All right, and it says here, and this were they faces. Matter of fact, I read that. It says, and as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. That's the glory. It says, in the appearance of lamps, and it went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning, because remember, they said that every time, and it proves that these ain't your typical drones. They said every time people was to catch a look at these ships, then the lights would dim out. And brothers and myself have that very testimony. We would look at this, because some people say they look like little orbs and balls of light, because people are seeing these, man. Okay. And even when they're not paying attention, we see them. I mean, we literally was in a park full of people and saw chariots flying over our head. And these fucking people they're oblivious to it, man. All right. Another time, it was back in 2018, me and the brothers, we went fishing out at this one particular place out here. And we actually saw a big ship, man, and we saw it spinning. It was like lights within lights. And it flew across the horizon of the sun and it disappeared. Okay, even Clayton even mentioned, he said that they look like orbs of light, but catching wisp of these ships, they disappear. Okay, I don't think a drone is that damn articulate to the point that it, notice when you're looking at it, then it turns the lights off. I mean, you got drones that can fly in stealth and all that other shit, but the drone is not that technical to the point that a typical human is looking at it, then it shuts the lights off. I don't know, man, unless they're being manned from some particular control center. But I don't see it being that, But it says here, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning, because that's how quick it was. It says, now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces, and the appearance of the wheels and their works was like unto the color of beryl. These are going into the lights. And they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel, describing what Esau would call an IFO or UFO. It says, and when they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not where they went. And as for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them. Those lights, of the ships that goes in a circular motion or a circumference. In a circular or a circular circumference. All right, but it says, and when they went upon their four sides, and they turned not where they went. Right, because the chariots, they don't have to navigate turns and stuff like that based on how typical vehicles do. You see, so he's through, man. All right, but let me play some of this video real quick, and we'll get the remaining precepts and we'll end it.
Hey, there's two things that are happening in real estate right now that may never happen again for 100 years.
Congress is holding hearings right now on all of these drones or UFOs appearing all over the United States. Congressman Smith in New Jersey just a few moments ago.
And by the way, that's Zechariah the 5th chapter when it says it should remain in the house of the thief, roughly paraphrasing it. That's prophecy right there. That's Zechariah the 5th chapter. The two major places, the UK and United States of America, okay, the Lord has his eyes set upon this sinful kingdom. So something is getting ready to go down, man.
Said that he's witnessed them as well. Went to the beach area with New Jersey residents, saw over 50 of these orbs coming out of the ocean, flying up to the sky. Like, what in the heck are these things? We can't get answers. Who knows? Why are they flying over nuclear installations? What the heck are they doing? Congress is trying to get answers as we speak. This just from just a few minutes ago on Capitol Hill. Why don't you shoot these things down? Watch.
Here. Is that something that it'd be hard to do? And then why do you need to intercept data in order to do that? If the object is there, destroy it.
So it's a good question. I think the way it works, as I understand it, and my colleagues can talk about this operationally, if you had, let's say, a football game, and you would have a perimeter, it would be declared as a temporary flight restricted area.
Okay.
So around that, you're going to have a buffer zone. You have an area where it's a no-go, and then you have a larger area around that where you might want to detect what's flying, and then you have a larger area around that where you might be tracking, but regular commercial drone use is okay. And so as they're getting closer and closer to the facility, you're detecting originally the signals to see what is that drone. You're trying to identify the drone. Oh, is that a UPS?
Like a long distance radar or something like that?
Exactly. So is that a UPS drone that's just delivering a package somewhere? Let it go on its way.
Is it getting
closer?
Is that a UPS drone? Right? Is that a UPS drone just trying to deliver a package? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe all of these drones are just holiday shoppers, and they're just delivering packages.
Dropping off FBI jackets at the FBI office.
And these devils are worried, man. They worry because they know that their time is short. All right, matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Job 14, and let's start at verses 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he's getting ready to go down, all right? He's not going to go a second longer than what he thinks. Like the scripture say in their hearts, their mind is that their hearts is that their houses shall continue forever. And their generations into their roughly, matter of fact, that's Psalms 49, I believe, that their house should continue forever into generation to generation, bro. You at the end of your rope, bro. Okay, you've had your reign. Now you're getting ready to literally face oblivion. We are literally getting ready to get the kingdom of heaven, brothers, because out of all this weird stuff happening, it ain't gonna it's not gonna redact. It's things are getting ready to turn the fuck up, to say the least. So this has been an exciting the last 4 years have been truly exciting, man, from a scandemic to aliens popping up in malls to ship sightings to war, okay, to all types of shit, man, to this crazy ass presidential selection. It's been nothing short of an interesting thing, man. And the water y'all by Shemai Shai, because we ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait till the ships actually start to show their true form and what they really are. All right, you see a chariot the size of New Jersey just hovering in midair. People are gonna literally, they gonna give up the spirit. People gonna literally piss on themselves because this thing is otherworldly. Like you heard what that chick said. She says it's kind of unnerving to have these things over your home. Well, you should worry, okay? Because none of you devils are right anyway. And before you know it, angels, they're going to start visiting you, you lawmakers. They're already visiting FBI, all right? The president, he knows, but they're going to start visiting you elites. They're already visiting the elites. The elites just ain't saying nothing. But you lawmakers, you judges, you state's attorneys, you senators, all you people getting ready to get a visit, Okay, Keisha, you getting ready to get that visit too. Okay. But anyway, it says, seeing that his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. So he's set to go down at a particular time. Lord's will it soon.
Or something.
Are they storks? Is it that time of year? Maybe they're baby storks.
Maybe it's just UPS packages. Why can't we shoot them down? Oh, yeah. We're just going to let that one go on. Maybe that's an Amazon delivery. Maybe those are socks that you ordered on Amazon. They're showing up at your house.
I love the government morality of like, yes, we will support a genocide in another country. We will overthrow governments, but we will not get caught shooting down a drone that we don't know who it belongs to. Like, really?
They're very concerned about packages. They're very concerned about UPS packages or deliveries. Well, we finally today have our clearest photos yet of these so-called drones or UFOs over New Jersey. They don't look anything like drones, by the way. In fact, they appear to be orbs. Yes, circular orbs, which we've said on the show repeatedly.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. So the shit he was showing us in the video is not really what they're seeing. Okay? People, because people fly little drones all the time. I mean, you can literally go, I can go to the I can go around the corner to the Amazon store and get a drone for like $25 and play with it and fly it over the neighborhood. Those are always out there. I go to the park, people flying drones in the park right now. I even thought about getting one just to see how it operates, It's got little cameras on there and you can see it, to see how things look from afar up. But like Clayton said, these are like orbs. These are different, and this is the distinguish I've been trying to make. And Salaki, if I didn't articulate that very well, but they're seeing something and they're showing the public something else. All right. And the people that saying, oh, they look like drones or whatever, little planes and shit. A lot of those people are fucking paid off, man. All right. People are saying something outside of what the news is really reporting on. And that's the point.
This footage was captured on Sunday night in New Jersey, and anything like drone. Well, we finally today have our clearest photos yet of these so-called drones or UFOs over New Jersey. They don't look anything like drones, by the way.
Thank you.
In fact, they appear to be orbs. Yes, circular orbs, which we've said on the show repeatedly. This footage was captured on Sunday night in New Jersey and finally released. Take a look at this. So this is a person, using a telephoto lens camera, and you can see here in their viewfinder what they're seeing in their viewfinder. These are circular orbs, some sort of large circular orbs, not drones. Someone got the UFO image with his telescope. You can see from the video behind the camera. You can see this orb is surrounded by like some kind of a field as well. Another eagle.
Ooh, shit. See, that's a ship, man. Hey, going back to 2022, I remember the month that the war in Ukraine kicked off. It was this one Jake that was bugging the hell out because he saw a video of footage of like damn near fucking, I can't even tell you how many ships it was, but they was talking about back in 2017 how they felt a fleet or a resurgence of ships. Esau was able to look or find he picked up on some type of frequency from like light years away of these fleets of ships coming into Earth's atmosphere, and he timed it. He said this was back in 2017. He was like, by 2020, he said by like 2023 or 2022 or 23, he said that they will be here. And what are the chances back in 21 they started to declassify this stuff, and now all of a sudden, bam, here we go. So he's giving you a different narrative. He wants you to think that they're drones, and he may got some footage of people flying actual drones, okay? Because I've never seen a drone as big as a fucking minivan. Like, give me a break, man, and making noises, no. Okay, he's showing us something totally different than what's really out there. I think he's getting a whiff of the angels, and this is why these devils are afraid, man. But this is heavy.
Eagle-eyed observers have pointed out it's the same kind of field, by the way, that Bob Lazar described almost 30 years ago when looking at these type of craft. There's some sort of a field that surrounds these craft.
And we've been seeing these, man. Brothers, myself, we was in Chicago. We've seen it. Day of Atonement camp flew over. Hey, we seen them. I go outside tonight, and they're up there. Every time, the brothers, and you can just feel it. You can feel the energy in the air. It's just something about the crisp night. It's like some type of it feels very, very what's another way I can say it? It feels like alkaline almost, like electric almost. Like when you look at the crisp of the air, you can literally feel their presence, man. I'm just like, wow, it's something out there. Every time brothers see it, we'll send each other text messages. Hey, bam, it's a lot of chariots out tonight. So we know what the hell is going on. And you know what's so weird though? Out of all these people in the comment board, can't nobody identify, or they don't know that this is related to the Bible. And we're the ones, this is why the Lord said, he said that if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Okay, it is given to us. We know what these things are. So when things start popping up, hey, guess what? You finna have lines around the corner asking the prophets, what's this? What's that? What's this? How do we escape from this? How do we escape from that? What is this? You know? So yeah, brothers, man, hey, get ready, man. Prepare your spirits. Man, people finna come asking questions. They won't want answers because they're not getting it from these people. They gonna come and seek the prophets, man. And the Lord, hey, it's gonna be, it's really finna turn up. We're really getting ready to go into another glory. I really believe that. All right.
And according to the poster, the field around the UFO drone looks like it's bouncing light off of it when it's being reflected. Governor of New Jersey, Murphy, was asked about this. Well, what are you doing about this? And he's like, I don't have any answers either. The governor, watch.
The drones in New Jersey, in Morris County, I don't know how many mayors sent a letter to you this morning asking for a clarification. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good, I don't blame people for being frustrated. Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we, this includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government. The most important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. We had
so
last
you're the governor
night,
of the state. You're the governor of the state. 49 sightings last night. 100.
And now those
and
include,
you can't.
I think I.
Sorry. 49 sightings over the state of New Jersey. You don't have answers from your government. You're the governor of a state. One of the most densely populated state in the United States, by the way. More people live closer in New Jersey, close to each other than any state in the country. So there's all these eyewitness accounts of this over military bases. And we don't know. We can't get answers. No one will give you, the governor, answers of this.
That's why your blood sugar spikes and your vision gets blurry. Did you know type 2 diabetes is a completely reverse?
So now we also have eyewitness photos, crystal clear photos of these orbs also now being published. Do those look like drones to you?
No, they look like embryos.
Yeah, they look like some sort of embryo or some sort of massive, I don't know, circular orb with some sort of field around them, hovering. And this is what we're seeing now. So again, also other eyewitnesses seeing these sort of like wheel within a wheel, like something like right out of the Bible. Look at these. That's it. This is over New Jersey. Does that look like some sort of any kind of a drone that you've ever seen before? Well, the problem is we don't know because no one's telling us. And even in front of Congress, they're not. So that even looks like biblical drawings, like a wheel within a wheel, like Ezekiel, right? I mean, you have drawings like this going back thousands of years, by the way. Some of these from the 1600s right here. These sort of wheel within a wheel in the sky. What are these things? Okay, who knows? Go ahead.
Yep. So, hey, there you go. There you go. Like some people saw, this could be a distraction. Could be. But, same time, man, hey, it is what it is. Going back to Ezekiel 1. Man, brothers, just buckle up the seatbelts, man. Things is a lot of strange things to get ready to happen, man. All right, and when the angels really show themselves, these people ain't gonna know what to do. All right, so I think I left off on verses. I think I was on verses. Yep, 17. It says, and they went up to their four sides, and they turned not where they went. And it says, and as for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them. And when the four living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up from them. So basically, this is telling you that the angels have complete autonomy over the ships, all right? it's a spiritual thing. Like, you know, the angels, they murdered. It's like almost like if you ever saw the Power Rangers, Tommy, or when he was that White Ranger dude, he didn't necessarily have to control his Zord with his hands. He did it through his movements, man. All right. So when he was to do a certain kick or a move, and then the chariot, the Zord, will follow in unison with it, because the ships don't control them; they control the ships. You see what I'm saying? So they will, you know, we always make jokes about space travel when we get in the kingdom. We can literally pilot our drone with our minds, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take a light year trip to a different galaxy, you ain't got to control it physically. I'm not going to be sitting up here driving this ship. It's going to do what it got to do through the spirit, because it's going to be linked to your spirit. All right? Because we're going to have that omnipotent power. Okay? We're going to be all powerful. We're going to be called, what do you call? Kal-El, okay? Which means Kal-Allah, which means all powerful. And it says, and wherever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels, meaning that the angels was in the ships. Okay?
When I saw that video, the first one of the way that thing was moving, when Philip, my brother and I went camping in Oregon, we sat for like an hour and watched this star move like that. And we didn't have telephoto, but I've still got the video of it. I'm going to go back and look at it because it moved just like that. And it was, the other stars were stationary, but that one was moving and for like an hour over us. And it looks just like that.
And some of these also doing 90-degree turns in midair. So what craft does a 90-degree turn at that speed, unless it is a drone? But even that's not able to do a 90-degree turn at that speed. So anyway, Facebook group just a few minutes ago posted this, or a short time ago posted this. For those following the New Jersey Drones Facebook group that was just made a few hours ago, has almost 20,000 members sharing videos and tracking drones over New Jersey. Not only was the post that you're about to see removed from Facebook, but then it was removed from Reddit as well. They also removed it. This was the post that got removed. I can tell you right now, they are military drones, our military. I have a commercial drone license. They know when my drone is up after it reaches 50.
So there they go. Now they're trying to say it as drones, but who knows, man? Okay, we believe that even though Esau is playing games with the people, I believe that the chariots are operating within their full autonomy as well. Not, I won't say the full autonomy, but they're still out there and they're doing what they have to do. Esau may have some play in what's going on because he has drones. You know, he likes to kind of he likes to challenge the Most High. It's like a game of chess. So, you know, he'll try to deploy his shit and do it and try to mimic what the Most High do. You know, but it's going to come a time that ain't, it's not going to be, you ain't going to be able to, there ain't going to be no approval of that. All right. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 13, and I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the ways thereof, all right? And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, they all burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth that felleth when it hear the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And the sea is another way of saying the heavens, the Shemayim, man. Okay, we know that the waters in the heavens, or the atmosphere, or the outer space, what they consider, because they found traces of a liquid in space as well, but it's a different form of water than the waters on the earth. But they mimic each other, man. All right, same elements, just different forms. This is why when you notice that the sky and the ocean, they're apparently the same color all the time. When the sky is pitch black, then, you know, the oceans is pitch black because it's transparent. You know, they mimic each other, man. You know, so that's how the Lord has it set up. But it says here he came out of the sea, and I'm not talking about the ocean, but he came from the sky. But these ships have also come from beneath the ocean as well, because we believe that there's portals all over the earth. Okay, the fourth dimension is all around us. So, I mean, a chariot can literally be flying in hindsight and arms reach and disappear into a portal. You know? So anyway, I'll get one more precept and I ended this lesson. It was actually longer than what I thought it was going to be. And I will end it. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 5. And I'm going to start at verses 2. It says, when they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear, and should be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond that they look for. Because when we get beamed up out of here, people gonna look like, did that just happen? Like, are you serious? Did these people just get beamed up into this big ass ship? It's gonna bug people out, man. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.